Hey you deal hunters at home, do you want to find out how to make an amazing bang for buck gaming PC without spending a fortune?
Well, in this video, we're going to be using a graphics card that we found a really awesome deal on. This RTX 3060M we paid $100 for. Show you patient deal hunters what you can achieve if you look around on eBay and other marketplaces. But before we dive into today's video, let's hear a word from today's sponsor.
If you're anything like me, you like to eat. And if you're really like me, then you spend tons of money on getting fast food delivered to your house. Lucky for you, today's sponsor, CookUnity, can help. CookUnity is an amazing service that will bring you meals right to your door. Now, you might be thinking, oh, but McAllister, what if I don't want to eat some boring TV dinner? To that I say, great. CookUnity has dozens of chefs offering a wide variety of cuisines. Select from a whopping 350 plus meals each week. Now at the office, I eat whatever I want. But at home, my girlfriend's vegetarian, which works out fine because CookUnity offers meals that cover all sorts of dietary preferences. Menus are updated weekly, and new chefs are always joining the team of culinary all-stars, so you'll always find new favorite meals to choose from. So if you're looking for an easy and tasty way to eat, then look no further than CookUnity. Go to cookunity.com/toasty50 or click the link in the description and use our code toasty50 to get 50% off your first order of CookUnity meals to try them out for yourself. Thanks again to CookUnity for sponsoring today's video. Check the links in the description down below.
So first up is the CPU, which is actually installed in our motherboard that I'll talk about in a second underneath the stock cooler here, but we have the i3-12100. Now, we did not go with the 1200F because we kind of need the integrated graphics in order to get into our graphics card, but we actually found that you don't. So we did the testing for you and we're now saving you $20. So just buy the 1200F. It's an awesome CPU, 4-core, 8-thread, Gen 4 and Gen 5 support on the PCIe and the NVMe rail. And the RAM going inside of this motherboard is a kit of Teamgroup 16 gigs DDR4 at 3200 megahertz. You could go for a DDR5 board if you wanted to, but we're all about chasing FPS numbers at the lowest price today. And you honestly could get a cheaper motherboard. This is an ASRock B660 Pro RS, but it is such a good price for motherboards. Under $100, you get 4 RAM slots, you get 2 4-pins for the CPU, really good upgrade paths here with multiple PCI lanes, multiple M.2s. It's just an awesome board with some RGB underglow. And then for the SSD, we have the Teamgroup MP33 512 gig SSD. This is just a Gen 3 drive because Gen 4 speeds aren't going to give you more FPS, so realistically, we wanted to save as much money as we could on this, but it's still a great drive.
This right here is the focus of this budget gaming PC. This right here is an RTX 3060M that we picked up on eBay for $100. Now, yes, it is a one-off deal, and we made a dedicated video on this graphics card. And in the benchmarks that we did with the graphics card, you can see it performs very well, and in some cases performs closer to a 3060 Ti than it does a 3060. But the issue with this card is it requires modified drivers, more specifically Frankenstein drivers. And the biggest issue is you have to preload these drivers using an iGPU before you can actually use this graphics card. But the funny thing is, I actually preloaded everything before this video to make sure it was going to work, and to my surprise, I didn't need to. It actually just worked. The HDMI on this actually worked without using the iGPU on the i3. So you know what? In some use cases, you might not need to do it. But again, this is a very weird graphics card that we got for $100. But the performance this graphics card delivers more than makes up for some of the issues that it does have. And you're going to see that in the benchmarks. Now for the power supply. Again, we went really budget with this one. This is a Powerspec 500 watt power supply. Very basic 500 watt power supply from Amazon that you can pick up today for like $35 on Amazon. And yeah, it's going to get the job done. 500 watts is plenty for this build. This graphics card actually only pulls around 55 watts under load. So you'll see that during the benchmarks. But yeah, this will be a good unit to use for this PC. Now don't get mad at me, but this is a full-size case right here we're using with our micro ATX motherboard, but the reason we did it is because it's such a budget case. This is the DIYS08, which is a very basic black and white case. It doesn't have any fans up front, has one in the exhaust, which is fine for a budget build like this, but we will be adding some of our spare black fans that we do have from all our PC builds we've done here on the channel. We'll add those in, but it does have tempered glass. It has somewhat okay build quality, and all in all, we were trying to get this build below $500 the best we can. If you go with the i3-12100F, you'd be much closer to the $430 mark. And I think for the price, it's going to be absolutely insane price to performance. So let's not waste any more time. Put this thing together, test that graphics card and see how it performs in the latest titles, and then talk more about deal hunting for cards like this if you're in the market for it.
Alright guys, we are playing some Halo Infinite, a AAA title at 120 FOV 1080p at the medium preset. Let us see what this thing can do.
So far, looking solid. The real question is, we've already benchmarked this graphics card. We just really want to see how well it does with this i3, and if the i3 holds it back in any games. And so far, let's see if it looks good.
We need to bring back the good old days where I just benchmarked the menu.
Yeah, it's just the menu.
The good old CS days.
Yes, sir.
I think this guy saw me. Dang, he had no morals. He saw me and he still pushed.
Huda! Oh. Huda!
It's so stupid.
Hey, who are you? No, they're not gonna push you, they're scared. Oh, it moved.
That thing is so stupid.
That's so broken.
Double kill? Guess we win. These poor enemies never even got to play the game.
They had no shot in that game.
9-0.
Performance great. Stomped them. Next game. All right, guys, we're now in Call of Duty Warzone at 1080p full screen borderless again because of our capture card and this graphics card. They just have a bad relationship, all right? We're running balanced preset. We're gonna try FSR3 for a little bit on balanced and see what we get, but so far, looking pretty solid.
Might lose a little bit of FPS on borderless, but... Yeah.
And obviously, it works fine not through a capture card. There's people in the video being like, why didn't you figure out a workaround? This is unacceptable. I'm like, I get it. We're just trying to capture the gameplay for you guys, all right? We'll lose a little bit of performance, but it's still running really smooth right now. So expect even better when you're not running through a capture card. But also, again, you're not gonna find these available on eBay every single day. If you deal hunt and find one, cool, you might not have these issues. This particular batch had this issue. Huda!
Double people.
Are you kidding me? Oh!
Mortar strike.
Mortar strike.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, buddy. All right.
What the heck is he looking at? Bot?
Bro, why is this gun like...
Close. This is where Zach won us the game that one time. You guys didn't know. Every second Friday of the month, we stream on Twitch. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Really?
I think it does some damage.
This gun is it.
Good thing you're framed.
Oh, did they go mosquito into riot shield? That's so dirty. That's so dirty. That's a strat.
That was a good decoy.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, that's fine. Anywho, Call of Duty runs great. Halo runs great. We're gonna run 3D Mark Time Spy and a couple other games that really push this thing to its limits, but yes, it does have flaws, being a really weird graphics card from eBay, but when it's running right and playing games, it's looking really solid. Let's see what that score is on 3D Mark and wrap this video up real quick.
Alright guys, we just got done benchmarking with a little bit of Frankenstein drivers, and overall, this PC performed really well. If you're willing to just have the slight caveat of the fact that you can't get the true NVIDIA drivers, it's a really dope build.
Yeah, finding these graphics cards can be kind of hard, but if you find a lot like we did for $100, it would actually be a really good buy for you. And in terms of the other benchmarks we used to test this PC, we ended up running 3D Mark Time Spy, which ended up getting a score of 8,343, which was a 6 cent per point score, which is really good in terms of price to performance. We also ran Cyberpunk at 1080p on high settings, got an average of 78 FPS, and Star Wars Jedi Survivor on low settings and got 60 plus FPS. But in this game, we were dipping into the 50s, and that was definitely due to the i3. Not ideal for these really high-end games, good for esports titles though. So all in all, for under $500, great bang for the buck PC. And if you guys want to build this gaming PC yourself, check those links in the description down below. They will be affiliate links. They will help us out. Once again, guys, this 3060 was a one-off deal that we found. They are more expensive on the regular market. So this is a good example of, if you do deal hunting, you can find one-off deals like this and build PCs like this and get some really awesome price to performance.
So as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, check out our other 2 YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
This PC right here will be for sale at PCBros.tech with a 1-year warranty, parts and labor.
You might think we're crazy for putting a 1-year warranty on this PC, but we're gonna do it anyways and sell it at a great price. PCBros.tech, buy a gaming PC like this or one of our staple PCs that are in stock. And yeah, buy a PC at PC Bros. I forgot what I was gonna say. See you guys later. Goodbye.